Hi there, welcome back to Airsoft Check. Now this video is going to be in English again. I have made a small series about radio communications in German, but I want to go back to making more pickup game content in English again. In this video I want to go over a situation that I had at a speed game in Tepla in the Czech Republic yesterday and go over a little bit about what went on in my head and the basis for how to make decisions in close quarters combat and how you can approach these kind of situations and increase your chances of being victorious. So I'll go into a little detail on my exact decisions here in these types of situations and explain why I did what I did. And also I'll be playing around with some 3D visualizations in this video. I did this for the first time, so tell me in the comments whether or not you like them and what I could improve about them. So yeah, let's start with the intro. Okay, so in this situation, me and my buddy here are next to a little boathouse, and we're gonna soon try to storm another building that you see just in front of me here, which we call the boiler house. The boiler house is currently infested with enemies. We don't know exactly how many, but they've been shooting at us out of various doors and windows, and we are right now trying to coordinate to get a little bit of reinforcement from our team in order to push and hopefully conquer this building. Unfortunately, our teammates are reloading at spawn or doing something else, I don't know what exactly, so we're not getting reinforcements. So we have to make a decision here. We're just two people. Can we really storm this building? Well, numbers wise, the answer is no. The defenders in a situation like this always have the advantage. In real life, we're talking about roughly a 8-to-1 ratio of attackers versus defenders, so you need 8 times the amount of people to actually conquer a position that is well defended. So we're clearly at a disadvantage here. But this is Airsoft. Nobody dies if we fail, so we're just going to go for it anyways. The situation that we're in right now is that we assume that we have lots of friendlies to our side on the right here, securing our flank, so what we're expecting is enemies only from the front. But as the situation goes on, we actually run up to the building, and you can see here we're getting incoming fire from some other windows, like just around the corner. We don't know exactly where, so we stay at the right edge of the building where we are in relative safety. Then we look to the front and we see enemies sneaking through the bushes, so they're definitely advancing on us. And then we look to the right and we also see, shit, our flank has collapsed because we see people with red armbands to our right as well. We are in the yellow team, so that must be enemies. So our right flank has collapsed, and they're approaching on us fast from the front, so we have only a couple of seconds to decide what we're going to do in this situation. So the plan that we come up with is to move up on the next building, on the boiler house, approach it from the side where we have less contact with enemy, and then try to take it from the front. Now, when we actually get to that position, we will realize that the front of the building is very well secured by the enemy. There's a lot of angles that we cannot possibly engage all at the same time with two people, so we're in a very bad situation. We are exposed to our enemies to the front and to the right, and we're right next to a building that is infested with enemies. We need to act now. So while we're there, in like 10 or 15 seconds, we decide, well, there's another option. We could get in through the back side because there's an entry my friend doesn't know because he's here for the first time, but I know that that's an option. And if we're lucky and there's no enemies at the back side of the building, or maybe just one of them and we can take them out, we can enter the building from the rear, and probably the people inside the building won't expect us to be able to do that, so we should have a little bit of an easier time getting in that way. One important thing to know in these kinds of situations is that once you've started moving on a plan, once you've started executing it, there's no going back. There's no point in discussing if it's actually a good plan right in the middle of execution, because that's just going to confuse everyone and slow you down so much that it's probably going to get you killed. So we're going to start moving here in a second, and as we're walking past this building, I'm fully expecting there to be some enemy behind it, and I'm right. You're going to see in just a second there's one guy sitting behind a pile of rubble. Because I'm expecting someone to be there, I'm hitting him right in the face, unfortunately, immediately, and then we're going to line up next to the door, me as the point man, my buddy right behind me, to breach this building. Now I want to pause here for a minute and just explain what we're about to do. I'm the point man right now, so I'm the first one in line. It's pretty dark in there. You can see it better in real life, but the camera is not really picking up on it just yet. I'm looking inside the room, scanning for some enemies already, but I don't see any so far. My buddy's right behind me, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flow into the room. So I'm going to walk right into the direction that my rifle is pointing right now, and then immediately look in the corner to my right side and check whether or not there's an enemy there. Once I know that corner is clear, I will turn to the left and sort of sweep clean the whole room and scan for threats. And once I've determined, as you're going to see, that there is nobody in there, I'm going to choose what I'm going to do next. Now, I know there's a hallway that leads to exactly the positions where I know that there has to be someone because they previously shot at us, so I start moving slowly in that direction. So, flowing in, checking the corners, sweeping to the left, everything's clear. Start walking to the hallway. I check at the right first because that's illuminated. See the first guy, guns up, so I hit him immediately. Keep checking to the right until I decide, okay, I'm going to commit left, and then I spot the guy on the right, which obviously is an issue. The problem I'm having right now is that I'm on the move. I've already committed going left. I don't know, I just looked over my shoulder one last time to take a look into the room at the right, and I saw, damn, I'm not alone. There's one guy actually looking directly at me. Now what I do is I've committed left, so I keep going. My gun's looking to the left, so if I started engaging the guy on the right now, that would mean I had to stop in my tracks, rotate my gun right, actually collapse the gun and extend it again because there's a wall in the way, and all of that would take me probably like half a second to maybe 3/4 of a second. That guy's directly looking at me, so he's got a shot at me. So while I'm transitioning over to him in order to shoot him, he's just gonna hit me first because I'm too slow. So that's the split-second decision that I made in that kind of situation, to keep going. Already committed left, I'm on the move, so if I just keep moving, he will probably be too slow to hit me, which was actually the case. So I keep moving to the left. I see these two guys just fumbling around on their gear. I don't know what. Hit both of them. A pretty short distance. Kind of sorry about that because that had to hurt. But I think I hit him in the backpack or something, so they probably didn't feel too much. And then I immediately turn around to engage the other guy, because like I looked past these two snipers and I didn't see anyone in the hallway, so I decide the next biggest threat is the guy behind me because he's probably going to start chasing me. So I turn around, immediately start looking into the room where I know he's at, and I just start pre-firing. And this is a very effective technique in Airsoft because, first of all, when you don't know exactly at what angle you're going to encounter your enemy, you just start pre-firing because at some point you're just going to hit him. And secondly, but more importantly, most Airsoft players are scared by the sounds of incoming BBs because they're scared of the pain, scared of being hit, whatever. Their immediate subconscious reaction is to flinch, and some of them even take their arms up to their face in order to protect them. They just cramp up. They're not able to react for like half a second, and that's exactly the time that you can exploit as an experienced player and hit him. And that's exactly what happened for this guy here. You can see his whole body is just moving into a very defensive position. Actually, he's not even armed. I don't know where his gun is. Don't know what they're doing there. Just maybe sucking their dicks. I don't know. So yeah, it's easy to take this guy out. But obviously you can't expect your enemy to not even have their gun on them. You always have to expect the worst. So yeah, I just complete my walk through this building, just clear all the other angles, make sure there's no more enemies. Actually, now there's a whole lot of teammates in there, like 2 of them. Almost hit the first guy, sorry about that. Yeah, and then I just start hiding in a room and start attempting to radio to my team in order to reinforce me. But yeah, it's not working for some reason. I can't get my transmissions out. I'm hearing them just fine, but they can't hear me. Yeah, I've had radio problems this entire day. I don't know exactly why, because when we tested it later, just one-on-one, it worked perfectly. So maybe some other guy's radio was interfering with mine. No clue, really. These kinds of problems come and go without any reason. Sometimes it's really annoying. But yeah, it is what it is, and at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because we're just doing this for fun anyways. So that's it with this video. If you liked it, please consider giving this video a like and maybe give me some feedback in the comments. That'd be great. Nothing else for you today. See you next time.